Good afternoon. All good? You sit in the next. All good? Yeah? No issues? No COVID? It has gone? Yeah, definitely it has come and gone. Yeah? If you have even a small cough, cold, all that thing, definitely it has affected you and it has gone. Okay? So now we are out of the that danger and out of any kind of threat from COVID. It is as per our experience, as per our studies. Okay, this was the third wave and already we have developed all kinds of herd immunity. And vaccination, definitely it has helped. Otherwise, in the third wave, situation could have been very worse. Okay, fine. And now, don't expect the UPSC to postpone examination for sure. Okay, last 2 years, it had given like some practice of postponing the exam for 4 months. Now don't expect that one. It will be conducted as per time. Even if there is fourth wave during that time, UPSC is going to conduct, because in the peak of third wave, it has conducted the mains examination. Okay, so now it is up to you whether you want to get scared with COVID or not. Understand? Now the administration, that is our state government or the central government, it is not worried about COVID anymore. Okay, until it proves very fatal like COVID second wave. Understand? Okay, coming to the examination aspects, now you are in different gear. Yeah, your gears have been shifted to third gear, I can say. First gear, second gear, all that is over for the people who have been like associated with us for longer time. And for the newer ones, like it is as usual, no force. It should be like as normal as possible. You should not take anything to a stress factor. It should be easy to go. Okay, fine. CSAT, like we are starting with, and now we are around, let's say, 4 months away from examination. Yes or no? For the people who are attending 2022, there's no harm in attending the examination, that is 2022's examination. Even the people who are like beginning only from few months, or people who have started now, you can experience the exam any day. So while you are applying for the examination, make sure that you tick only IFOS, because don't waste your attempt by like taking civil service examination. Those who want to give very serious attempt in 2022, takes civil service exam itself. Okay, we have 4 months. See, when you come to us, maybe when you are a year away from the examination, or 6 months away from the examination, or 3 months away from the examination, or 1 month away from the examination, we have the medicine for everything. Understand? We have medicine for everything. Only thing, like you have to sustain that medicine. You have to like take that medicine properly, and your body should cope up. Even like final ventilator support also we give. Yeah, it is up to your body to cope up. Otherwise, like we can't do anything. So that is why the people who are thinking very seriously about this examination 2022, the last few months what you have done, like that definitely matters in the next 4 months also. Usually for these 4 months, we tell for another 2 months, that is this March or April. March, April, now we are in February, like maybe up to April 15th, let's say April 15th, April 20th, like there you have to start your revision for sure. Revision. Okay. And people who have already done classes, people who have already, like read the syllabus once and they don't know what is there in the syllabus, all that thing, for them, it is only revision, revision, revision. And for the people who have not made notes, they have to make notes now. The people who have made notes 2 or 3 years earlier, they have to throw that notes away and they have to make fresh notes, because every 2-3 years, like the current affairs, like matters the most. So that is why for different people, there are different medicines. Okay. But when it comes to CSAT, we are beginning afresh for everyone. Beginning CSAT afresh for everyone. So there are certain things that I would like to discuss before I go to the main motto of the day. Okay. This examination is, or this paper is called as paper 2 of civil service examination or civil service preliminary examination. Yes or no? This is considered as paper 2, right? Yes or no? And there is paper 1. And now, after 2015, when this paper made qualifying, people have given 95% weightage to paper 1 and only 5%, that too in the last few days. They will, they will be panicked and they'll be just going through the concept. They will not understand. Finally, they will leave it to the God. Anyways, I could not do anything. Now it is up to God. That is how they look up. And on the examination day, they will face the music. Yeah. And I have told, I would like to mention it again. On the examination day, that is June 5th, or for that matter, like any year, prelims day, Sunday morning, okay, 9:30 to 11:30 will be the exam time. Afternoon, 2:30 to 4:30 will be the exam time, okay. Previous night, definitely will not get sleep. Write it somewhere. Definitely, because that anxiety, all that thing, whole year, whole life, I have been dedicated to this. So, there are less chances that you will get sleep that night. I am not scaring on this day itself. Okay. But make sure that you close your eyes for at least 6 hours in the night. Close your eyes. Let your ears be open, your mind be working. Whatever it is, don't open your eyes for 6 hours. Take it as a challenge. Because somehow your brain will get bit rest. Okay. No matter how do you spend in the night, your first paper is going to go well. Because that fatigue, that stress, or that uneasiness will not come in the first paper. Somehow 9:30 to 11:30 you will sail through. No issues at all. Even if you have not slept for 2 days, it doesn't matter. Your first paper will go well, because 9:30 to 11:30 usually our minds will be working. Understand? So yesterday's night compromised, and in the morning for sure you will not have a good breakfast, because some chemical reaction or some physiological effect that will not go inside. It will be trying to come out only. Understand? So finally you will have maybe 100 gram or 150 gram of breakfast and go. That is all manageable up to 11:30. Okay. After 11:30, in summer, no, usually prelims will be in summer. So outside sun will be burning. He'll be at his peak. And usually in the examination centers, you are not allowed to sit inside the classroom, because there are chances that you will write some formula, you will write something, and you will try to copy that one. So that is the perception of the examiner. Then you will be kicked out of the school premises or the college premises. You are literally made to sit on the road. Okay. And 11:30, sun will be almost on your head. Okay. Then 2:30 you have to go inside. Sunday afternoon, far-flung places, the examination centers will be put. On Sundays in the far-flung places, restaurants will not be usually open. Okay. And definitely wouldn't have carried any tiffin box with you for the afternoon, because you think that 9:30 to 11:30, if you face, your problem is done. Okay. Later we will see what will happen. So on that day, you will not consume good food, you will not consume water also. Finally, 2:30 will enter with God's name. And trust me, up to 3 o'clock, 3:15, you'll be fresh. You'll be excited, because that hormone will be, after seeing the question paper, the hormones will get activated and you will be, yeah, fine. But trust me, after 3:30, your minds will stop working. off. I have experienced this. It will go off. And usually, if your seat has come next to window or something, by 3:30, the sun will be here. He'll be piercing you. Understand? He will be piercing your paper also. Understand? So from 3:30 to 4:30, your productivity will be the least. So that is why, considering all these facts and considering your preparation for the CSAT whole year, people are flunking in the examination in paper 2. This is the simple fact. And this we are seeing since last 7 to 8 years. Okay. Earlier, 2015, before 2015, this was made qualifying. This was counted. This paper was counted. They started in 2011. They introduced CSAT paper in 2011, and up to 2014, it was counting. It was counting. And this is the period when all the engineers jumped into the examination. Because CSAT, 200 marks, out of 200 marks, we can get 180. And then the cutoff of the entire examination out of 400 marks, the cutoff was, let's say in 2011, 198, 2012, 207, 2012, then 2013, 242, 2014, 220. Like this was when a person can score 180 in CSAT, and if you are not scoring, somebody else is scoring, okay? 180 they will score. And how many people they want? The top 10,000 people or 12,000 people, and those many Indians can get 180 marks for sure. Those many Indians can get 180 marks in CSAT paper. Then consider this year. In this year, though, you want only 18 marks in GS paper, paper 1. Here you would require 27. Here you would require 62. Here you would require only 40. So even if you have not studied GS paper, for sure, even if you do some mantras, put some, so many things are there in Indian context, Kaude, all that thing. God's grace, you will clear. That is what has happened from 2011 to 2014. And people took objection. People took objection that only the people with technical background, especially engineering background, then people from English medium and people from urban area, they are clearing this paper. Yeah, definitely for the people from non-technical background, they would have dropped this subject or maths by 10th standard. Okay. Then from the people, people from the rural area, yeah, for them, definitely all these skills to learn, like English, all that thing would have been a problem because their primary education was not proper. And even today, primary education is a problem in India. And people coming from English medium, at least they will digest, they will understand what is printed in the paper. Okay. So that is why it was taken up to the government's notice, and UP elections were pending then. Not UP elections, Bihar elections were pending then. Most of the Biharis get through this examination, right? Their number was coming down, and present government only, during that time, they made this paper qualifying. Then we have to get only what? 33%. Not even 33.33%. It is 33%. You have to get 66 out of 200. That's it. Okay. Before this one, before 2015, the focus level of this one was 60% here and 40% here. If this paper was, counted, I think I wouldn't have been part of Manifest IAS. It would have been only Manifest CSAT. Okay, I would have taught only Manifest, this one 60%. So CSAT, because that would have mattered if that was counting. Now it is only 33%, 66 out of 200. But still it is a problem. Still it is a problem. Why? Why? because the focus level has changed, no? Focus level has changed. So since beginning, people will think that tomorrow I'll do CSAT. Next week, next month I'll do CSAT. Okay. Let January pass, I'll do CSAT. January will go, February will go. Then June, May has come. Then it is fire everywhere. Everywhere it is burning. Then the people will think that somehow I have to do something. Somehow I have to do something. But again, people will be pressurizing you. Anyways, you can do CSAT. No worries, no worries. Do GS. New material has come. Take it. All that thing. And finally, 15 or 20 days before the examination, you will decide that you will not read CSAT. You will not prepare for CSAT. You will leave it to God. And God is not equally good to everyone. Yes or no? It depends upon your karma also. Okay? The people who have done good karma in the past, they will clear. Those who have not done good karma, they will flunk. It is as good as this. Okay? But let us not leave anything to God now, because it's in our hands. It is 4 months away. For the people who are writing next year, it is 16 months away. For the people who are taking this year's examination, give 1 hour a day. That's it. 1 hour a day. Proper revision of the, what I do. Give 1 hour. Give proper tests. And for the people who are giving next year, half an hour a day. Half an hour a day, it should be part of your curriculum. Every day you should be touching. And one more secret of, handling this whole examination is to do integrated study on daily basis. Integrated, that is integration of your GS and optionals. It is integration of your mains and prelims. It is integration even of essay, ethics along with GS, CSAT. In a day, you should be touching everything when you are few months away from the examination. When we are very near to the examination, let's say in the month of April, June prelims is there. In the month of April and May, you should be doing what? You should be focusing only on prelims. When it comes to mains, after your prelims examination, 3 months, you'll be focusing mainly on essay, ethics, optional and GS. Why do you need CSAT then? Don't do it. Understand? So you should be doing whatever that matters on daily basis. On daily basis, you should be touching everything. So from now on, for the people who are taking up the examination this year, it should be 1 hour a day. For the people who are taking the examination next year, it should be half an hour a day. Done? If you do this much, let's see how you will not get 66. Okay? Fine. Coming to the breakup of the CSAT paper, we have 80 questions, 2.5 marks each for correct answer. Yeah. And for a negative or when you make wrong, it is 1/3 of the total marks allocated. So that comes to minus 0.833. Minus 0.833. Okay. Among these 80 questions, around 32 questions are from reading comprehension. From now on, I will be calling it as RC. Reading comprehension. One paragraph will be given. 1 or 2 or 3 sub questions will be given, and you have to mark the option. Okay. Then around this all average. Okay. Around 15 questions will be asked from logical reasoning. Logical reasoning. Usually these problems don't have to do with the English, this doesn't have anything to do with numbers usually. Numbers. Calculations will not come usually. It is about lateral thinking. How laterally you think. How laterally you think. Okay. That doesn't include much of the numbers. Okay. Then rest of the questions rest of the questions around, let's say, how many are left now? Around 30 to, let's say 30 only. These are from what? Quantitative aptitude. Quantitative aptitude. It's okay. Then around 3 to 5 questions will be from data interpretation. Data interpretation, bar graph, line graph, pie chart, all that thing. Okay. When it comes to quantitative aptitude, quantitative, quantity, quanta, quantum, all these are related to numbers. All these are related to numbers. Here, where we learn basic maths, or in that particularly arithmetic. We learn arithmetic here. Okay? Yeah. Logical reasoning. This can consist many kinds of puzzles. Usually in logical reasoning, we come across the problems on directions, blood relations, coding, decoding, then clocks, calendars, puzzles, seating arrangements, cubes, dices, and some miscellaneous non-verbal things which are based upon pictures. Okay? So we will cover this one. But the main part that will be focusing is maths part or the arithmetic part. First of all, we'll do this basic numeracy. Basic numeracy. Then we'll move on to the chapters like average, percentage, ratio and proportion, mixtures and allegations, then simple interest, compound interest, then profit and loss, partnership, then time and work, and the applications of that in pipes and cistern, time, speed and distance, then the problems on trains, problems on boats, then we'll go to the problems on permutations and combinations, and also we'll look into the problems of probability. Then finally, this D. And logical reasoning, I have told you a few chapters. So I have a plan of 60 hours totally. 60 hours totally. So if we go on doing like 2 hours a day, 10 hours a week, so maybe 6 weeks, like we will wind up everything. And with enough practice. Usually in my class, I'll be explaining you the concepts first in the first half an hour. And in the next 1.5 hours, usually you'll be practicing the paper. And whatever the paper that I give, that will be the most updated one with the latest year questions also. Latest year, last year questions also I'll be putting there. Okay, some questions will be for usual practice. Otherwise, I'll be giving from the previous year examinations. Understood? When it comes to quantitative aptitude, we are going into maths. That is nothing but arithmetic. When it comes to algebra, we have only few things with respect to equations. That too, these equations we are using in arithmetic only. Arithmetic only. Equations, usually linear equations without squares and cubes, and maybe quadratic equations. Quadratic equations, only these two things we will be using in the arithmetic. We are not separately learning this algebra like a plus b whole square or a minus b whole square or a square minus b square. That we are not learning. We are just trying to apply whatever that we have learned. And geometry, usually questions have not appeared from geometry. But last year, 2 questions we have seen from the entire geometry. Okay. But for that sake, we cannot do everything in geometry. That is simply like waste of time. Okay, geometry, I'll take few topics like areas and volumes. I'll be teaching you. From that knowledge, you can handle the geometry questions also, but let us not waste time on that. Okay, fine. So we'll be focusing upon arithmetic. Now, the real problem begins. Why? Because of this ghost. Ghost, you know, scary. How many of you are really scared of maths? Not now. You were really scared of maths. Seriously? Then what stream you took in your degree? What did you do? Okay, but somewhere that is related to 1, 0 at least, coding, all that will come, right? Brave enough. You scared of the maths, yet you have taken. You? BCA. Anyone who is scared? Yeah, BSc. Yeah, completely deviated. But in second year you took maths, right? Second year maths, right? You have taken maths. Brave enough. Because you have learned trigonometry, you have learned logarithmics. Yeah, so many transformations, all that you have learned. Good. So in India, whatever the skills that we have and whatever that we aspire and what job we do, they don't have any logical connection. Yes? So it is not just your problem. It is problem of our education system. Okay? Because in my maths classes, I'll be telling you few things like which you will not be aware. You will not be aware. Actually, you had to be aware of those things in your school only, that too in like lower primary school, yet you will not be aware of that thing because of our education system, because of our teachers. Earlier, 30 years, 40 years back, dedicated teacher. Teaching was a profession, you know, it is still called as a noble profession. But if somebody thinks of it as a like profession to earn money, then definitely one is like doing what injustice with that particular field. There are few like critical service areas. For example, our military, if it is weak, military is weak. Can you afford? Can we afford if our military is weak? No. So education is equally critical compared to our defense. Yes or no? Because there we are like resisting, or we are trying to save ourselves from outside. But here we are killing ourselves from within. That is how it is. Finally, teaching job is taken, okay? When all options are over. Okay, somebody will tell, in some college some vacancy is there, some school some vacancy is there, some primary school some vacancy is there. Anybody who is graduate will become a teacher now. Yeah, nowadays B.Ed degree can be done on what? BE also. Because we have produced so many bachelors in the sense degree holders without giving them an employment, and finally we are settling them in education field. But education field, I am telling you, that is the base of any country. So we say, right, nation is built in classrooms. Yes or no? It is not about nationalism. It is not about patriotism. It is building strong citizens inside the classrooms. Understand? Okay, it doesn't matter. If your schooling was normal, you wouldn't have come here. Because whatever that we are learning here, this we had to learn before 10th standard. That we are learning now. Since you have not learned, you have come here and you are making our livelihood. So no problem with the Indian system. Okay, we are happy with that. Understand? But at least when you have come here, you should not go to other place because you are not learning here. Understand? So we'll make use of whatever the opportunity that is there, or for whatever that you are aspiring for. Understand? So first of all, I would like to scare away this maths. And whenever you think of maths, what will come into your fore, or what will come into your imagination? Equations, formulae, integration. Okay. Yeah, even that is nightmare for me also. Yeah, integration, differentiation. Because in India, like we copy syllabus from different universities, we make books, all that thing, but we don't produce teachers. Seriously, even in best of the education institutions, we don't have best of the teachers. If you go and ask them, they will tell, we'll give you, like sample questions. Okay, you write assignment, you take test, even for the examination, will help, take degree certificate, get out from here. Why you want to learn? That is how the questions are like addressed in the best of the institutions also. Understand? So, this has been put into our mind that maths is scary or maths is dangerous, all that thing. It is because of our society. Because of our society. Because people have not learnt maths. Definitely they will pass on the same scare to the next generation also. They will tell, oh, maths, you have to be careful. Because I had failed in maths, you will also fail in. No, it is not like that. And when 10th standard examination is there for children, maths examination, the mothers are making fasting, fasting. Maths should go well. And they are doing all puja, all that thing. Yes, just to clear maths. See, maths is such a beautiful subject. I'm telling you. Like, if you know the basics of maths, then you will fall in love with maths. For sure. There is no accurate subject than maths. Science, marginal error will be there. Yeah, we have failed during COVID, right? We knew everything about microorganisms, but we failed. Social science, all the social like issues that we have. If social science was proper, if it was 100% right or something, the situation would have been different. But when it comes to maths, it is the perfect thing. Perfect thing. When you get your answer perfectly, you will get full marks. In GS, in optionals, we cut marks, no? For 10 marker, maximum we give 6. But for maths optional, if 10 marker is there, full marks. That is why the maths paper or maths optional guys, either they will get into IAS directly or they will get out of the list. Within 100 or out of the list. That is how it is. Out of 500, they tend to score 400 or more. If the question paper was tough or they have not learned well, they will score below 200, they will be out. Understand? So, maths is such a subject because it is skill, It is skill. It is required for every person. Yes or no? Go to a street vendor. Do you think he is the university gold medalist? If it was there, you would have been working for 10,000 rupees in some college. If university gold medalist was there. Since he has not gone to the formal education system, he is making his living and at least that person is earning 40 to 50,000 per month. Because when we go into the education system, our minds are so programmed that always we will try to make LHS equal to RHS. But the life is not always like LHS equal to RHS. We don't want to degrade ourselves and take any profession. We are narrowed on some professions. If that is not coming, we'll say idle. But the people who don't have many aspirations or many skills or many support system, what they will do, whatever the work that is coming to them, they will do that. And they will earn their livelihood. Why I am telling, you go to any shopkeeper, street vendors especially, you make some transaction, they don't use calculator, all that thing. Do they? No. Just they will do the mathematics or calculation orally. Yes or no? They are running their lives, right? You have been through formal education, you have spent lakhs together on your education, and still you are not making best out of your skills. Yes, that is how our minds are programmed. You have to be free from all the scares that we have. For example, I'll give you 100 rupees, I'll ask you to purchase something and come back. You'll do that, right? Will you carry calculator with you? No, right? Yeah. For example, you are going in a bus. You are going in a bus with 3 more friends of yours, and the bus charge is 16 rupees per head, and You have given 100 rupees note to the conductor. Conductor should give back how much? Ticket is of 16 rupees. 3 more friends of yours. You are also going, right? When you have given the money to conductor, you are also going, right? 3 more friends of yours. That means 4 of you are going. So how much should conductor give back? 36. Did you use pen and paper? So how did it happen? 16 fours are 64, 100 minus 64, 36. Yes. If I give this problem to you, like Sneha and her 3 friends going to this place from this place on certain day, and the bus charge was rupees 16 per head. She gave 100 rupees to the conductor. Conductor gave back certain change to her. So what is that amount? When it is printed in 4 lines, it will scare you. Yes or no? If that Sneha is yourself, then you will solve the problems there. Yes or no? Yes? Okay, you have gone to the market. You have purchased mangoes, like 20 rupees per piece. Mango, 20 rupees per piece. Okay? And you have sold it with, like 25 rupees per piece. You bought each mango for 20 rupees and you sold it for 25 rupees, each mango. And finally, at the end of the day, you made 100 rupees profit. So how many mangoes you sold? You bought 20 rupees per mango. You sold 25 rupees per mango. At the end of the day, you made 100 rupees profit. 100 rupees profit. So how many mangoes you sold? 20. Did you make any calculation? No, right? No, right? Because it is your problem. If it was somebody else's problem, Mukesh's problem, 20 rupees he took, so then it will become a problematic, right? So one other advice, along with getting away with that scare of maths, second advice is to visualize the problem, internalize the problem. Visualize in the sense, when I told you the bus problem, some bus came to your mind? Some bus, blue or orange or like green color, some bus came to your mind? Along with 3 friends, you imagine that you sat somewhere and your 3 friends sat somewhere, or you stood together. Some imagination came into your mind, yes or no? Sure, for everyone. For me also, the imagination came in. Conductor dress, the way he behaves, all that thing. Then 100 rupees note, purple color note came to your mind. Yeah. Then while giving back 36 rupees change, maybe 3 notes of 10 rupees, 5 rupees coin and 1 rupee coin, it came to your mind. So that is how you have to visualize the problem first. Maybe it is Suresh's problem, Ramesh's problem, Rohan's problem. You have to internalize that problem. Is that easy? Then other things are left on me. I am not going to give you many formulae in my classes. I am not going to give you any kind of formulae. I'll use many tricks and shortcuts and I'll get to the answer. In your school examination, for every step there was marks, right? There were marks for every step. Even if the answer is wrong, you would have got half of the marks for steps. But here, no such thing. Hook or crook, you have to get the answer. Whether you have copied from someone or cheated, like you have to get the final answer. That's it. Okay? So don't worry about steps here. It is not age to learn those steps also. But for the people who have been introduced for the first time to this particular topic, then initially you follow the steps. Later on, you can use the shortcuts and you can get to the answer. Is that okay? Fine. So first thing, don't get scared with maths. Second thing, visualize and internalize the problem. Third thing, without using formulae, by tricks and shortcuts, we are going to solve. Fine. So slowly we will get into the subject. Take any number. Take any number. 2. It appears like simple number, but it has many hidden things. Many hidden things. When you are taking this 2 and using in decimal calculation, this 2 is not just 2. Write as many zeros as you want. Yeah. Then, when you are using this with fraction calculation, you imagine that there is 2 by 1. Unknowingly it is there. Fraction. Then, when you are subtracting this 2 from bigger number like 12,456, when you are subtracting this number, you imagine zeros right here. You imagine zeros? Yes. So, unknowingly this 2 has many zeros behind. And when you are using this 2 to calculate certain surds, like 2 to the power of 3, 2 into 2 to the power of 3, what do? You will imagine that there is 2 to the power of 1. So unknowingly, like this 2 is not just simple 2. It has many hidden things along with it. Okay. Going back to our initial days of learning maths. Learning maths in the sense learning numbers first. Any child will get introduced to the formal learning through numbers and letters. Yes, numbers and letters. 1 to 10. Child will take nearly 2 to 3 years to tell 1 to 10. You will be behind that child. Tell 1 to 10, tell 1 to 10. Yeah. Finally, after 3 years, it will tell 1 to 10. Then, this letters also. A, B, C, D, A to Z. It will take again 3 years to tell. Or maybe regional language. E, all that thing. Like, it will take 3 years. Then after that, slowly, you will push that child to 1 to 100. Yes. Then, beyond 100, it will take some days. Up to 100, it will try to do. Then, after the counting from 1 to 100 is done, what is the next thing? What is the next thing? Addition and subtraction. Addition. So, how do you start? Yeah, 1 plus 1 only. So, 1 plus 1. So, totally 2, no? 1 plus 1, totally 2. Then 2 plus 3, 5. Okay, then maybe 5 plus 4, 9. Like that it will go. Then it will go up to 9 plus 9, 18, 20. Will get over. All the fingers are done. Then beyond 20. Then we introduce like maybe 14 plus 25. Like this. We'll tell that, okay, if there is, let's say, if it is 16, then we will teach how to carry 6 plus 5, 11, give 1 here. So this is how we learn. Similarly with the subtraction also. Then after a few days, after a few months, after a few years, we introduce the child to what? Multiplication and division. For subtraction, addition, we had this tool, God-given gift. But for multiplication, what do you do? For multiplication, what do you do? Sure. You have done that? Really? Yeah. Tell me, in your school days, up to what multiplication table it was compulsory? 20? Sure. Yeah, during our times, it was 30. 30. Pakka. For 5 years, you have to learn tables only. Okay, until you get 30, like you are not left. One day we used to get the homework like write 1 to 30, 30 times. 1 to 30, 30 times, you know. So that was the, the way, teachers used to teach. Okay. Now tell me, you have learned up to what? 20. Sure? Not sure. No. Okay, let's check. We'll start like this. 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, Like this it will go, come back. Again, up to 20 tens are. Start, let's see. Your skill, you told me, right? Okay, wherever you are failing, I'll help. Okay, start. Louder, louder. Good. $18. 3 8s are. More entle? Language problem or maths problem? Oh my God. Okay, 3 9s are. 3 10s are. 4 1s are. 4 2s are. 4 3s are. 4 4s are. You. 4 8s are. 5 You know, right? 5 7s are. 5 9s are. 6 8s are. 7 1s are. 20? 7 4s are. 28. 7 5s are. 7 6s are. 7 7s are. 7 7s are. 7 8s are. 7 10s are. 8 4s are. 40. 8 8s are. 8 8 10s are. 80. 9 1s are. 9 2s are. 9 3s are. 9 4s are. 36. 9 5s are. 9 6 are. 54. 9 7s are. 9 8s are. 9 8s are. 9 9s are. 10 1s are. I don't. 11 1s are. 110. 12 1s are. 12 5s are. 60. 12 6s are. Jyoti. 12 6s are. 12 7s are. 12 8s are. 12 9s are. 12 10s are. 13 1s are. 13 2s are. 13 3s are. 13 4s are. 13 5s are. 65. 13 6s are. 78. 13 7s are. 91. 13 8s are. 104. 13 9s are. 117. 13 10s are. Okay. I got. India's future is very bright. Very bright. Okay. But take it as a challenge. Take it as a challenge. Learn up to 20. Seriously. Otherwise, you are making your chances slim for this examination. Don't take this 66 very lightly. It is going to scare you like anything. Okay. If at all you are preparing for civil service examination, you have to learn tables. Somehow it is connected. Okay. In 80 questions, to clear this examination, we need only 27 correct. Only 27 correct. People are not getting this. Then, I told you, people will leave this maths and they will depend upon, there are 30 questions in RC. generally. Those 30 questions, like if you solve, or you yourself give the paragraphs to the examiner, and those paragraphs will appear in the examination, and you are solving those paragraphs, then also your hit rate will not be more than 70%. It will be only 70%. Getting my point? 70% in the sense, out of 10, only 7 are getting correct. Okay? 3 are wrong. So out of this 30, 21 correct and 9 wrong. 9 wrong means from this 21, other 3 will go. So finally you are getting 18 correct net. 18 into 2.5, 45, not enough. And I told you how that day will be. I told you, right? How that day will be. Very scary. And by the time you read these 30, it is not joke, you know. Reading 30 bigger paragraphs is not joke. In one newspaper, you might have read 20 to 25 paragraphs of important news. For that, 1.5 hours is required. For these 30 paragraphs also, you will spend more than 1.5 hours. After 1.5 hours, your best score will be 18 into 2.5. That will be 45. In last half an hour, anyways, your mind has been blocked because it is so draining, you know, reading 30 paragraphs. Then your mind will not be programmed to do any kind of maths. Any kind of maths. You will say you quit. So in the last half an hour, scoring 21 is Himalayan task. Okay? So don't depend upon RC blindly. I'm not telling that you should not do RC. From each section, you have to take few questions. Okay? Maybe from RC, take 10 questions first. Solve that. Then go to quantitative aptitude. Solve 10 questions. Go to this one, logical reasoning. Solve 7 to 8 questions. Come back. Come back. Again go for RC. Solve 5 to 6 questions. Again go to quantitative aptitude. Solve 5 to 6 questions. Again go to logical reasoning, 3 to 4 questions. Then wind up. Anyways, I'll tell you like how you have to handle the question paper, all that thing. But if you depend upon only RC, last 4 years, people have committed this mistake and they have flunked. Understand? Even the people who have got ranks in the previous attempts, they have flunked in CSAT paper. That is like very, you know, like sorry state, right? Like we feel very bad. People who have got IPS, they want to upgrade it to IAS and they are writing the exam once again and they have failed in CSAT. Every year I'll give you 40 to 50 people who have got the ranks failed in CSAT. Time and again people have failed. Okay. So don't take this lightly. Whatever that I instruct, try to do that. And if you make fun of that one, on that day, indirectly I'll be making fun of you. In the examination hall, my, you know, like this scary picture will come. Scary picture will come. I told you. I told you. Yeah, somewhere in the corner of the examination hall, my face will come and tell you. Okay, please do that. And it has been my 9th year of teaching, and I have told it to thousands of people to learn, and people don't learn. Take it for me. You know, like today I have instructed on the last day of the class also, I'll tell the same thing. Please learn tables and you will not do it. And I am 100% sure. Okay. But somewhere, some ray of hope will be there. 1 or 2 people will follow ardently and they will clear. Okay. So coming to the basics of numbers, we start with natural numbers. What do you mean by natural numbers? Numbers starting from 1. Because we start the count from 1. We don't start the count from 0. Whenever you are counting something, 1, 2, it goes like that. So naturally the counting happens from 1 to n. Then next is the whole number. Whole number, this is 0 plus natural numbers. Whole numbers. Then comes integers. In integers, we take even, sorry, this is not 0, I'm sorry. This is n. When it comes to integers, we take even the negative numbers into account. -1, -2, -3. So it will go up to -n. And here it will cover 0 also, 1, 2, 3. It will go up to integers. That means Purnank, what we call it as in regional languages, Purnank. Okay, it is full, no fraction. No fraction. After that, we'll go to fractions. In your school days, you might have studied decimals and fractions differently. But here for us, decimals and fractions are the same thing. Decimals and the fractions are the same thing. Because whatever that is not a full number, Purnank, in pieces, whatever that we get, that is either decimals or fractions. Okay. Then one more thing comes, that is all these things will come under rational numbers. All these things will come under the rational numbers. What is a rational number? It will include integer, whole number, natural number, even the decimals and fractions. Whatever that you write in the form of P by Q, where Q is not equal to 0. Those mugged up things, na? And if I ask some variation in that, that is A by B, where B is not equal to 0, you will tell, sir, that is wrong, sir. Because in the books, it is printed, sir, P by Q. You are taking A by B. These are variables, okay, where Q is not equal to 0. That means whatever that comes in the denominator, like it should have some value, it should not be 0. If it is 0, either it becomes infinite or undefined. So many debates are there. We are not going to do that debate. For us, the denominator should not be equal to 0. Understood? For example, 1 by 2. 1 by 2. Can you imagine 1 by 2? Yeah. So 1 by 2 is half. Correct? What is the value of this 1 by 2? 0.5. What about the value of 1 by 3? Repeating. No matter you go from here to what? Delhi. It will be the same thing. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. So at least we have the idea that only 3 will come. And such decimals are called as recurring decimals. Recurring decimals or fractions. This is not the exact value, no? This is not the exact value. There is no exact value. Because this particular decimal is not terminating. It is not terminating. It is a recurring decimal. Yeah. But still, we have the idea that 3 only will come. That is why we take it as a rational number only. We take it as a rational number only. What about 1 by 7? Check. Check. This is terminating. 1 by 2 is terminating decimal. Now tell me about 1 by 7. Then It will go on. Even today, calculation is going on. After pi is 22 by 7, right? So that is 3.1428, like that. Calculation is still on. And we have not get any kind of termination like this, or even the recurring. Recurring of many numbers also not possible. Recurring of many numbers also we have not got. Understand? It will just go on like that. Go on like that. Understand? So, we don't get a proper knowledge of this one. These are not rational in the sense like we are not able to get this number at all at 1 by 7's value. We have not ensured that its value will be this only. This is non-terminating. That means we are not closing the calculation. It is on. Finally, the remainder is not 0. It is still on. So this is called as non-terminating. This is called as non-terminating. Are you getting any recurrence or some digits recurring? No. So this is non-recurring. It is not recurring also. So such things we call them as irrational numbers. We call them as irrational numbers. We are not going to close the calculation. We are not getting any kind of pattern also. So we take them as irrational. Then another example, root 2. Root 2. What is the value of root 2? At least here we have denominator. Here even the denominator is not there. Value, then 2. It will go on like that. So this is also an irrational number. Okay, fine. That means we are not able to get the exact value of these things at. Yeah. When you combine both rational and irrational, numbers, we call them as real numbers. Apart from this, there are other numbers like imaginary numbers, and for sure you don't require this one, and don't try to learn also, because while you are learning this, you will do many unlearnings. Don't do that. Okay, that is my request. So here basically we got root 2 also, that is root of a positive number. But here we come across the root of negative numbers. Root of negative numbers. Let's say root of -1. This is nothing but I. Okay. Usually it is used in vector calculation. In electromagnetism, wave mechanics, all that thing. Like we learn this I. You don't have to worry about this thing. So real, imaginary. When you combine these numbers, for example, 2 plus 3i. This number is called as a complex number. Then, but most of our calculations will be restricted to only natural numbers. Only up to some extent we will go to fractions and decimals. Is that okay? Yeah. Coming to very simple rational numbers. I'm telling you don't have to take this one. Forget it. We have not learned this. Okay. Forget it. It is not required at all. Then in natural numbers, we have a basic division, odd and even. You are okay with these things? If I ask what is an odd number? You will answer like, what is female? You will tell one who is not male, that is female. If I ask what is male, one who is not female. That is how, like we have become smart. So what is an odd number? One which is not even number. Or if I ask further, one which is not divisible by 2. Okay, good. Odd, even. Okay. Odd plus even. Odd plus even. What will be the answer? Take any odd number, add any even number to it. Sure? Yes or no? Yeah. Similarly, odd minus even. Think that the result will be positive only. Okay. Odd minus even would be even minus odd. Even plus even. Odd into odd. In such cases, you have to take examples, simple. Take one odd number 3, another odd number 5. 3 into 5, 15. Odd, right? Odd into even. Or even into odd. Even into even. Don't try to do anything for division, because we don't get perfect division all the time. Okay, we don't get the answer in natural numbers always. Okay, don't try that. So try to remember these things. Is that okay? Yeah. Yeah. Then addition, subtraction, you can manage. Multiplication, division, you can manage. For example, if I give the problem like 2468 into 23 into 23. Even without learning the table, what you can do? First you will do with 3. Then but by the time you do this one, train will be gone. Okay, so try to learn. Even like at the last moment, like if you are not learning 23 table, you will manage with this. But if the problem is like this, is there any shortcut or is there any alternative by using 2 first then 3? Directly you have to go with 23, right? So understand the importance of tables. All the problems in the world, at the last stage, before you tick in the OMR, you will get stuck here. Next step is your answer. Next step is bubbling. But you will get stuck here. No matter what good logic you have, no matter how well you have practiced, but if you don't get to the answer at the end, it's of no use. Okay. Now, 2468 is one number, let's say. 2468 is one number. You have to have a good relation with all the numbers, like that you come across. 2468 is a very big number, unreasonable to have a good relation with that one. But when we learn the tables from 1 to 20, so last one is what? 20 tens are 200. At least we are familiar with the numbers from 1 to 200. 1 to 200. Then you can decide. As soon as you see the number like 63, what will come into your mind? What will come into your mind? 63. As soon as I see 63, what will come to your mind? For few people, 9 sevens are. For few people, 7 nines are. Few people come across like it is divisible by 3. So that is what come to your mind, right? Let's say 16 fours are 8 eights are. For few people, it is 9 eights or 8 nines are. For few people, 12 sixes are. For few people, it is 18 fours are. Yes or no? So, even if I go to the numbers like, let's say 121, it is 11 square. It is 11 square. 11 into 11. Correct? $176. You don't have a good relation with this, right? You don't have a good relation with this. If you had learned the tables of 22, it would have been 22 eights. Okay. Otherwise, at least tell, like few belongings to it. It is divisible by 2. It can be divisible by 4. All that thing. So, you have to have good relation with the number in the sense you should come across the factors. You should come across the factors of those numbers. What do you know by factor? What do you mean by factor? Factor. Simplest, most simplest. Factor. What is a factor? Tell it in Kannada also. I can digest. What is a factor? Or just give by sign like this, I'll understand. What is a factor? Yeah, tell. Try telling at least. A number which can divide a given number. A number which can divide a bigger number. That is factor. For example, I take 6. What are the factors of 6? Most basic. First tell. Other basic. Itself. 1 and itself. They are the natural factors. Those two factors are for sure. For any number. 1 and itself. Two factors are there at any point of time. Yes? Then 2 threes are. So how many factors are there? 4. So 6 has 4 factors. That means 1 can divide 6, 2 can divide 6, 3 can divide 6, and 6 can divide 6. So factor is a number which can divide a given number. That's it. What do you mean by multiple? I told you multiplication table, right? Multiplication table. Whatever that comes in the multiplication table of a number, they are multiples. 2 ones are 2. 2 twos are 4. 2 is a multiple of 2. 4 is also a multiple of 2. 6 is also a multiple of 2. Now, here, since 1 can divide 6, so 6 is a multiple of 1. 6 is multiple of 6. Because 6 ones are 6. 6 is multiple of 2. 2 threes are 6. 6 is a multiple of 2. 3 twos are 6. Got it? So factor usually smaller number than the given number. Smaller or equal to the given number. So factor Number which divides a given number. Factor. Here, numbers or number which gets divided by a given number. Factor will always be lesser than or equal to given number. Equal or lesser. Multiple is usually greater than or equal to the given number. Yeah. Factor, smaller numbers which can divide the given number. Multiple are the numbers which can be divided by a given number. Okay, done? Yeah. I'll take number 12. There is a method for writing different factors of a number. There is a method. Start with 1, natural factor. 1 into 12 is 12, right? So 1 is also a factor, 12 is also a factor. Then I'm telling 2 6 are 12. If you take 3, 3 4s are 12. Again, if you take 4 here, 3 will come. Why you will repeat? So these are the number of factors. These are the number of factors. Getting my point? Yeah. Let's say 36. 1 into 36, 2 into 18, 3 into 12, 4 into 9, 6 into 6 again. So always try to do like this. Got it? Small numbers, fine. Small numbers, fine. Now, if I go for bigger number, let's say 254. 254. You have to tell me the Kundali or Jataka of this number. That means the factors of this number. I can divide by which all numbers? Can I divide by 2? How can you say that? Okay. Can I divide this by 4? How? Can I divide this by 4? No. Why? So there must be some method, right? There must be some method. While you are trying to identify the factors of a given number, there is some method. So that is what we called as divisibility method or divisibility test we do. So when we are finding the factors of this one, that means we are trying to divide a bigger number into smaller number. Okay. So that is also the factorization. When we are trying to test for divisibility, we are testing for what? The factorization also. If you can't divide that number at all, I'll give a number. there is no factor other than 1 and itself, then what do you decide? That is a prime number. When you cannot divide a given number by any other number than 1 and itself, then it is a prime number. In Kannada or regional language, we call it as avibhajya sankhya. We cannot divide it any further. We cannot divide it any further. That means the factors of that number are the natural factors, that is 1 and itself. Okay. So while you are stuck with the situation like 254 divided by 17, let's say, you should be able to break this 254. You should be able to get the factors of these things. Then the further iterations can happen. Otherwise, it gets very difficult. Okay. That is why we learn the divisibility test first. Divisibility test. Divisibility test. We'll go with a smaller number. We'll go with a smaller number. If you are checking a number divisible by 2, if you are checking a number divisible by 2, what do you check? You will check every number. Last digit. So last digit you will check. This digit has to be even, or this has to be divisible by 2. If that is divisible by 2, then the entire number is divisible by 2. If you are checking for 4, what you will do? You are doing something, no, for 254. Few people already decided that it is divisible by 4. Few people said no. Then what is that method? Yeah? Last 2 digits we have to check. If last 2 digits together, what numbers they make? If that is divisible by 4, then the entire number is divisible by 4. Because when we are checking for 2, just check the last number, because if you take out that last number, in that place 0 will come, right? Number ending with 0 is an even number. Yes, that is divisible by 2. That is why we check only the last digit. While we are checking for 4, we are checking last 2 digits. Because if you check only the last digit, if you take out that digit, 0 will come there. It is in terms of 10 usually. 10, is it divisible by 4? So that will not make sure that it is divisible by 4. That is why we concentrate upon 2 numbers at the last. If you take out 2 numbers, what will be remaining there? 00. 00, nothing but multiple of 100. Whenever some number ends with 00, that is divisible by 100 for sure. Yes or no? Any number ending with 2 zeros, is it divisible by 100? If that number is divisible by 100, isn't it divisible by 4 also? For example, if a number is divisible by 10, isn't that number divisible by 5 also? Isn't that number divisible by 2 also? If a number is divisible by 9, isn't that number divisible by 3 also? Yeah. So last 2 digits we check for 4. What about 8? What about 8? You can just apply your brains. Here 2 to the power of 1, 1 place. 2 to the power of 2, 2 places. 2 to the power of 3, 3 places. So if this entire number is divisible by 8, these 3 digits are divisible by 8, the entire number is divisible by 8. Because if you remove these 3 numbers, 0, 0, 0 will remain. That means it is a multiple of 1000. If it is a multiple of 1000, then it is a multiple of 8 also. Fine? Done? Okay. Now, We'll check for 5. Now tell me, before going to this, what base systems we use? Base system. Base system. Like whatever the numbers that we use now, it is of which base system? Base system. Base 10. Base 10. Whatever the numbers that we are using now, base 10, that means what? When we write from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, next will be 10. We don't come with one more symbol. We use the symbols which are already there. We start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Again we use 0 and 1 to write what? 10. Then 11, 12, 13, 14. When 99 is done, again we use 1 and 2 zeros, which are already being used. So we used base 10 system. Base 2 system, you know, which all numbers will come in base 2 system? 0 and 1 only. Getting my point? 0 and 1 only. So when we are trying to study in base 10 system, we are used to this base 10 system. The numbers 2 and 5 are very important, because what are the factors of 10 other than 1 and 10? 2 and 5. That is why whatever that we apply for 2, usually that is applicable for 5 also, because we are in base 10 system. This 2, 5 and 10, somewhere they are interconnected to each other. Getting my point? Somewhere they are connected to each other. So for 5, if you are checking a number divisible by 5, what do? Last digit has to be divisible by 5. It should end with 5 or 0. Now, 5 to the power of 1. Now, 5 to the power of 2, that is 25. That is 25. What do? Again, last 2 digits. So, these 2 digits together have to be divisible by 25. Why I am jumping to 25? I'll tell you later. Okay? 2, 4, 5, 8. Then you will say, sir, 6 only is not done, 7 not done, 9 not done. You are jumping to 25. Because I want to prove a thing here. Okay? So, when you are seeing a number ending with 25, ending with 50, ending with 75, or ending with 00, all such numbers are divisible by 25. Straight away you can look into the number and you can divide it by 25. Because we use 25 many a times in our calculations. That is why. 125, don't worry. Now next, divisibility of 3. When you say a number is divisible by 3, when you say a number is divisible by 3, this is very easy, very interesting also. Funny. Odd number. Last digit should be, okay, I'll give you 6. 6 is, so which university has taught you this thing? I don't know. 2 last digit should be 1. 3 last digits should be odd. This is all creation of our mind only. We take maths so friendly, you know. You tell it, it will change. According to your wish. No. Tell me, like what you have to do for 3. Sum of all the digits. Sum of all digits divide by 3. Take any bigger number, add. Even if the sum is 2 digit, again add that. So finally you have to see to it that it is divisible by 3. That means the final sum what you get in single digit, either it has to be 3 or 6 or 9. If that is the case, then it is divisible by 3 also. Similarly, for 9. I'll come to 6. See, 3 to the power of 1, 3 to the power of 2. 9. Sum of all digits divided by 9. In this case, when you add all the numbers and bring it to a single digit, it should be 9. Don't have to divide by 9. If it appears 9, then it is divisible by 9 for sure. Okay. If some number is divisible by 9, is that number divisible by 3 also? If a number is divisible by 9, is that number divisible by 3 also? Yes. So in this case, the sum should be equal to 9 at the end. In this case, the sum should be equal to 3 or 6 or 9. Again, don't apply your brain here. If the sum is 6, the entire number is divisible by 6. No. Take 15. Take 15. 1 plus 5 is 6. Is it divisible by 6? 15 is divisible by 6? No. So this is applicable only for 3 and 9. Don't try to apply your brain for 6. If at all you are trying for 6, first of all, you should divide it by 2. First you have to see to it that it should be an even number. Then you go for testing with 3. If both the things are done, then it is divisible by 6. Done? Okay. 2 is done. 3 is done. 4 is done. 5 is done. 6 is done. 7 is left. 8 is done. 9 is done. Should I do for 10 also? Should I? Tell me, I'll do that. No, right? Okay. 7 is not done. And I'll not do that also. Because 7 doesn't have any kind of, like shortcut or trick or something. Yes, there is one method. If I teach you that method, you will forget all these things and only remember that one. So that is general application what we have for all the prime numbers. All the prime numbers. But let us not learn that. It is very complicated. Drop the idea of 7. Okay. If that comes in the examination, try by hard method only. Keep that question at the end. Don't take it in the beginning because it is going to consume time for sure when the calculation is with 7. Done? Okay. Now, one more familiar number. One more familiar number. Divide by 11. Divide by 11. So here's usually the fancy numbers. Whenever you come across fancy numbers, usually they are divisible by 11. There is no harm in testing with 11 in the beginning. Okay. There is one method for checking with divisibility test for 11. Take any number. I'll take, let's say, okay, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3. Here, listen carefully. Mark the alternative numbers. Start from anywhere. Mark the alternative numbers. Mark alternative numbers and add them. Here 3, 2, 1. What is the sum? Second step, add other numbers too. Add other numbers too. What are other numbers? 3 and 3. What is it? Sum 6. Take difference of both sums. Take difference of both sums. If the difference is 0 or it is multiple of 11, if it is multiple of 11, then that entire number is divisible by 11. If difference is 0 or multiple of 11, entire number is divisible by 11. Entire number is divisible by 11. Check for this. 6, 6. Yep, I'll give one more number. 1331. 1331. Yep. Mark the alternative numbers. Mark the alternative numbers. 1 plus 3, 4. 1 plus 3, 4 minus 4, 0. So that number is divisible. You can cross check. Okay. Other number I'll give. Wait. Check. Sorry. 12. 4 and 8, 12. Yeah. Then. What is sum? One plus one. What is the difference? What I told, difference has to be either 0 or multiple of 11. So this is also divisible by 11. Simple thing. Try to remember this. It is going to help you one or the other way. Okay. So I have seen for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Leave out 7, 8, 9 and 11 we have seen. Done. With that, we can easily factorize the given numbers. Factorize the given numbers. I have few sums for you. I'll take the smallest number here, 546. 546. Basically, here I am asking you to factorize the following. That means while you are trying to factorize them, indirectly you are checking for the divisibility also. If there is no division possible, then you are going to call that number as a prime number. So while you are factorizing, we are doing three things. You are trying to factorize, you are trying to test for divisibility, and also you are checking a number as a prime number or not. Getting my point? Yeah. So 546 will try to factorize. Factorize means what? Factorize means what? You are basically writing the equals of this in terms of its factors. You are dividing or you are breaking this bigger number into its factors. When all the factors that you write here are the prime factors, when you write all the factors here which are prime factors, then we call this process as prime factorization, because we are going up to the last prime factor of this number. Factorization is simple. Even if you write 2 into 273 here, 2 into 273, that is fine. That is factorization. But if you break that 273 until the last prime factor that is possible, then that is called as prime factorization. Okay. So here, should I go with 2? Will you allow me? Yeah. So 2 basic, 273. Yeah. Then we have to divide this 273. When the number has become odd, there is no fun in checking with 2. When a number cannot be divided by 2, can you divide that by 4? Can you divide that by 6? So after 2, if 2 is not applicable, don't try with any even number. Just go for odd number. Okay. Now try with 3. Can we do? 2 plus 7 plus 3, 12. 1 plus 2, 3. We can divide by 3. 3 into. Now we have to break 91. Now we have to break 91. Yeah? Yeah, if your relation with 91 is very good, you will go with 13 sevens. Or you will try to divide by 7. So when I try to divide it by 7, 2 into 3 into 7 into all the factors that we have got in the last step. Are they prime? Are they prime numbers? So this is called as prime factorization. Done? Okay. I'll take another problem. Other smaller number, 666. So let us begin with 2. Then odd number. Go with smaller numbers first. 3. Then what number I should put? What number I should check with? 111 is divisible by 11. 1 plus 1 plus 1. 3, no, it is divisible by 3, right? Yeah. Remember this magical number, 111. 111 or 222, 333, 444, 555, up to 999. These are magical numbers. Whenever you come across these numbers, 111, 222, like that, 999, they are divisible by 3 for sure. And also they are divisible by this 37. Whenever you come across these numbers, 37 should flash to your mind. If 37 flashes, then you solved that problem. That problem is done. Because usually these problems are to do with, like checking whether you know these numbers are divisible by 37. Okay. So whenever you come across those fancy numbers, 111, 222, 333, 444, they are divisible by 37 for sure. Now tell me, after this, what should I try with? What should I try with? Now I have to divide 37. I have to divide 37. How do I do it? Again, will you try with 2? Because already it is done. It is an odd number. We can't do that. 3. Can I divide it by 3? Can I divide by 5? Visible, right? It is not divisible by 5. Can I do with 6? When it is not possible by 2 and 3, how it is possible by 6? 7? How far you will go? Up to 36 will go? So, there are 2 important things here that you have to learn. 2 important things. One thing, while you are trying to divide a given number, always you should try with prime numbers only. Why? I will tell. When you have tried with 2, when you have tried with 3, if it is not done, can you try with 6? You will go for 7. When you have tried with 2, will you go for 4? When you have tried with 2, will you go for 8? When you have tried with 3, will you go for 9? So you will not go for any non-prime number while dividing. So always in the factorization, first thing, try with prime numbers. Try with prime numbers. Second, there should be some limit, right? There should be some limit. If it is 37, you will go up to 37 or what? No, right? For example, I'll take 36. I'll take 36. We'll start from where? 2. 2 18s are 36. 3. Will you again go to 9? While you are checking for these numbers, 2, 3, 4, 6, indirectly you have checked for these numbers also, yes or no. When I asked 91, somebody told 13 sevens or somebody told try with 7. Either trying with 7 here or trying with 13, it is all the same because you are going to get both 13 and 7 at the end. So here, whether you try with 4 or 9, it is all the same. So don't go for bigger numbers. Go with only the smaller numbers. There is a limit. After 6, you are not going. After 6, you are not going because the root of 36 is 6. Beyond that, you will not go. Even for 37, you started with 2, 3, 5, 7, you need not go at all because the root of 37 is closer to 6. You need not go beyond that. If it has to be divisible, it has to be divisible below 6 only. It has to be divisible below 6 only. There is no fun in going beyond 6. So that is where we are saving our time. First, always try with prime numbers for factorization. Second, always go up to the square root of a given number. Square root of a given number. If you are not getting any factor up to the square root of that number, then you don't have to try beyond. Fine. We'll take one more example. The things will be clear. So here, try with prime numbers. Check only up to the square root of a given number. Square root of given number. 2 rules you have to follow. You will save your time. Fine. $864. You want this to write? It is not printed in Bible or Quran or something. Just you have to remember. Yeah. First, try with prime number. Second, go up to square root. That's it. Yeah. And I have a very bad habit of, like erasing as early as possible. I don't know whether that is a bad habit or good habit. Because in maths, like you don't have to take whatever that is written on the board. There are 2 parts when it comes to the explanation. One is logic, which has to be understood. Next thing is calculation. Logic is what? When certain problem is given in form of sentence, we bring it down to certain equations or certain mathematical expressions. From this, it is all the arithmetic operations and you will get the solution here. My part is only this. Getting you to the water. Not making you drink. Getting you to the water. Because this, you know. You have cleared 10th standard examination and you have to do this. Otherwise, you are not fit for civil service at all. Take it very harshly from my end. Okay, whatever the dream that you are seeing, no, it is simply you are wasting time, wasting money. Understand? Because at least up to 10th standard, whatever you have learned, you should be confident about that one. Because that is going to matter the most. Okay? Anyways, I'll be helping you to calculate. But I'm not going to feed you like 3 8s are 24. I'm not going to feed you. Okay? Maybe while I'm doing the calculation, I might do a calculation within 10 seconds. That is my capability. You might take 60 seconds to do the same sum. No problem at all. Don't compete with me. You can't become like me and I can't become like you. If at all you want to become like me, there has to be that much effort put. And behind this, there are 32 years of effort. Not a single day. Okay? If I am calculating something very fast, 32 years, that is like from my age of 5 until now, I practice maths. Even today I practice. Even today I practice fast calculations. Understand? So that is the amount of time I have given. Okay, don't compare yourself to me because I am a bit faster. Even some of you might be faster than me also. But let us not try to create competition. There is no need of feeling superior or inferior. You take extra time, no issues at all. In the examination, we have 80 problems and we are given 120 minutes. For every problem, we have 1.5 minutes. For every problem, we have 90 seconds. If I have the capability of solving that problem within, let's say 30 seconds, you can take 90 seconds, no issues at all. But here, I'll be going faster. If there are blanks in your paper, while I am going to the next page, next problem, that calculation part, you will finish at your home. Okay, getting my point? Because there is no logic involved. It is all basic arithmetic. I am not going to waste time in the calculation. If you get the logic, you can practice later also. Done? Okay. Now we'll take up another number 864. 864. Tell me, this number is divisible by? Sure. Now we'll go with 2. Actually, it is divisible by 4 also. It is divisible by 8 also. Don't worry. 2 into 432. Next. Write quickly. Further, you solve it. 2 into 54. Here, 2 into 7. Here, 3 into 9. Here, 3 into... Simple. No fun in it. Because we are getting everything easily. Okay? We'll take up this. You solve it at house also. I'm not going to give you marks or chocolate for this. You do it later. $897. 897. Tell me, what should I try with? 3? Sure. See, whenever there is a 3-digit number and you will find consecutive numbers in it. 897, that means we have 789. That is usually divisible by 3. 3-digit number having 3 consecutive numbers. Maybe it is 654, 456 or 546. Consecutive numbers, right? 4, 5, 6. That is usually divisible by 3. So 3 2s are, 3 9s are, 3 9s are. Then what should we do? Further, what should we do? $299. We have hit the roadblock. Try. Now, the real test begins. Try with 3. Is it possible? 5 you will not test because you are not full. You are not a fool, right? 5 you need not test. 7. 7 4s are 28. 1 is left, 9. 8 you need not test. 9 you need not test because already we have tested with 2 and 3. Then 11, check. 11 2s are. Then 79 is left. No. 13. 13 2s are. Further. Can we divide 23? Can we? If you have the skill of dividing 23, tell me. 23 is a prime number. So this is the prime factorization of this. We'll try with last simple number 1781. 1781. Since it is an odd number, don't think of any even number. Yeah? Three, can you try? 3, 4. Anyways, 2 not possible, so 4 is. So always go with the prime numbers. 2 is done, 3 no. 5 no. 7. Check 7 2s are 14. 35, 31 no. Then 11. 1 plus 7 8. 1 plus 8 9 no. Then 13. 13 1s are 13. For that you should know tables of 13. 13 1s are 13. Then 48 is left. 13 3s are 39. 91. So 13 is done. 13 1s are 13. Then 13 3s are 39. 13 7s are. Now 137. If you had learnt your tables properly, 1 to 20, you can easily say. Because from 1 1s are 1 to 20 10s are 200, we come across all numbers which are not prime. Yes or no? Since they are coming in multiplication tables, they are not prime. Can you see 137 in any of the table from 1 to 20 or 11 to 20? No, right? Okay. Let us try with 3. Already we have tried for this. 3 we have tried with. So there is no fun in trying again with 3. 5 no. 7 no. 11 no. 13 we have tried with. Let us try once again 13. No. Now we have come up to 13. Prime numbers we are testing. Come up to 13. Up to what number we can check? Yeah, the nearest square root is 11 or 12. So let's say 12. We have checked with all the numbers. So this is the prime factorization of this. 13 into 137. 13 into 137. Done? Yeah. So at least you got the sense of a prime number, non-prime number. So non-prime number is also called as a composite number. Prime number and composite number. Composite is opposite of prime number. Prime number is that number which cannot be divided by any other number than 1 and itself. Composite number is that number which can be divided by other numbers than 1 and itself. Not by all the numbers other than 1 and itself. By some numbers other than 1 and itself. They are composite numbers. So when you take the natural numbers, as we divided the natural numbers into odd and even numbers, similarly, we can divide the natural numbers into prime numbers and composite numbers also. What about 1? What about 1? One is a prime number or composite number? What? 1. Okay. I would say 1 is not a prime number. Then what is 1? 1 is not prime. Then it has to be composite number. When it is not prime, it has to be composite, right? So when it is not male, it has to be female, right? But we forget about third gender all the time. So 1 is neither prime nor composite. 1 is neither prime nor composite. Getting my point? Yeah? Sure? 1 is neither prime nor composite. So we can't say whether it is a prime or not. We can't say whether it is composite or not. Such a number is 1. Similarly, 0. We can't put it under positive number or negative number. Is it positive? Is it negative? So it is neither positive nor negative. But it's an integer. And when we are taking into whole number, it is also a whole number. Like that, 0 and 1 are very unique. Zero and 1 are very unique. Okay. In our classes, there are many things that we have to do. Now we have done with this divisibility test or a primality test or factorization. We have seen what is prime factorization. Then we have seen some of the basics like number system, like different types of number in it. Yeah. So tomorrow we'll take up BODMAS. It is a matter of 20-25 minutes maximum. Then there will be some numbers like lowest numbers and highest numbers, in the sense lowest 3-digit number, lowest 4-digit number, highest 4-digit number, highest 5-digit numbers. There are many questions which have been asked. Then slowly we'll move on to these things. So totally I have kept around 6 hours for entire these things. Okay, today we have spent around 2 hours. I think tomorrow we can cover up to this one. Tomorrow, in 2 hours, I think these many things can be covered later. And 6 hours I have planned totally. 6 hours. Let us see how does it go. But whatever that I do in class, that has to be revised. Along with whatever that I do in the class, keep one question bank. That can be any question bank or any book for that matter. Maybe R.S. Agarwal, very traditional book, and TMH is there, Tata McGraw-Hill, Arihant is there, many publications are there. Now every teacher is a author, okay? So like that many, but you have to have fair number of questions in that book for practice. Because in class what we are practicing, basically they are very basic plus which have come in the examination. I am giving all the questions which have come in the examination for practice. And similar questions to those things. Okay. Along with that, if you have a question bank with you, that will help for sure. And again, I have told you, if you are writing this year, 1 hour every day, reset. If you are writing next year, half an hour a day. Okay, what to do? Okay, and when you are coming tomorrow, make sure that you learn the tables and come. I don't know where you will go and learn. Because if you are learning in your room, your roommates will laugh at you. And they will fail in CSAT for sure. Okay. Go to terrace, sit in bathroom, go to far-flung places or garden, whatever, wherever you go. Or go to movie, learn tables. I don't know. It is matter of 1 hour. It is matter of 1 hour. During our school times, I think we must have repeated each table for 1,000 times. Yes or no? You have got beatings also. Yes or no? Yeah? So it is matter of 1 hour to brush up all those things. It will be here, you know. It will be here. Just you have to press this. It will come to the fore. Yeah? Learn that one because it is going to help you a lot. Okay? Because directly these tables will reduce the time taken for each question to half. If your ability to solve a question in 2 minutes, that will come to 1 minute later. Understand? Yeah? They are very powerful tools, I am telling you. While we solve the questions later in the classes, one by one, then you will understand the power of that. Okay? Please try to learn that. There is nothing childish in that. There is nothing kiddish in that. Because tables are such a powerful thing. If I am standing before you, today I am teaching CSAT with this confidence, with this command. The credit goes to these tables. These tables. You ask me any table, I can tell you. Any table. But the seconds that I take to calculate and tell, that will, and it is not gifted or something. It is practiced. It is practiced. Only it needs certain push and what? The initial confidence. That's it. And that will turn into passion. When the passion is giving you livelihood, there is nothing like it. Yes or no? So, at least for the exam's sake, try to learn that. Don't make livelihood out of it because you will become competitive to me. Okay? Yeah, we can grow competitors, but your sole aim is to clear this exam, not to become teacher like me. Okay, it is very painful job, I am telling you. My throat is already aching. Understand? So, don't become our competitor. Whatever the aim that you have come up with, so do that. And one more caution. In your journey, because of failure, because of less confidence, because of many, stories in the past or bad history or fear of the examination, all that will compromise your goals, I am telling you. Will compromise your goals. You have come up here with the goal of UPSC civil service examination. Yes or no? If we had come with the sole aim of, let's say, PSI examination or KPSC examination or some banking examination or something, I'm not degrading any kind of job here. Even I respect the job of a person who sweeps. Okay. But was that intended? Was that intended? That matters. It doesn't mean that you don't have capability or something. But looking at the environment, looking at the uncertainty around, don't compromise on your goals. Okay? Always try for the best. Always try for the best. Have that, let's say, that is kind of arrogance. Have that kind of arrogance that I'm going to hit only that one, nothing else. If the time is getting over, if you say that now my priority has changed, then you can take up. But at least in first attempt and second attempt, you should be aiming for what you have come here. In my case, I always had a thought of top 2 jobs, only top 2 jobs, IAS and IPS, that's it. No other job, and I have not written any other job, any other exam also. I had been unemployed for 6 years, but I have not written any examination. It is not about, I have a support or something. It is about that positive arrogance that I am not going to do anything less than this. Understand? Even if I had got IRS, I would have resigned and come back. Because while I was, resigning my job, and while I was taking up the civil services for the first time, first day, I always dreamt of those jobs. not anything below that. When time is getting over, for example, your 6 attempts are over, your age is over, or let's say some adversity has come, then you compromise with other things. But if support system is the same, if your ability is the same, don't compromise with the goals. I know 861 posts are there. In India, 11 lakh people write, I know. But still, 861 people make it. Why you can't be one among those? Do you want all 861 seats? You will take it for you, your neighbors, your relatives, all that. You want one, right? One, somewhere one. So that is very much gettable. And I have seen people, very ordinary, very average people have made it to the list. So it is all about what you want in life. There has to be clarity. There has to be clarity. Okay. If you get blurred with that, then tomorrow you will write KPSC. Again, the KPSC dream will get blurred. You will settle with PSI, FDA, SDA. Then finally you will end up in PC. I'm not degrading any job here. I don't even degrade the job of, I am telling you, even the Safai Karmachari. Okay. That person has his own dignity. Okay. But what you are aspiring, that matters. If you are trying to become Safai Karmachari, I don't have a problem at all. I can guide you for that also. But here you have come with the intention that you have to hit that. And it is not impossible. It is possible. Okay. Only thing, all, the star positions have to be in your favor. Okay. Otherwise, you will end up being a lecturer. And I am telling you, don't create competition. Already too much competition is there. And we are fed up with the competition. Okay. Clear whatever that you are dreaming for. Okay. We'll meet tomorrow again at 3:45. Thank you.